Hey everyone, welcome back to Numismatic Coins. Today I will tell you about top 5 United States of America coins. Don't skip the video without wasting your time. Let's start. We explore the world of numismatics and dive into the fascinating stories behind some of the rarest and most valuable coins out there. Today, we're going to talk about a classic piece that every collector dreams of having in their collection, the 1922 US wheat penny. This coin is not only a beautiful piece of art, but it also has an interesting history that makes it even more valuable. Let's start with the design. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, while the reverse shows 2 stalks of wheat, which gave this coin its nickname, the wheat penny. But what's unique about this particular year? That's right. The 1922 wheat penny was minted during a time when the United States was transitioning from using large, bulky copper pennies to smaller, lighter bronze ones. Because of this change, many people thought these new coins would be worthless or easily counterfeited, so they hoarded them. As a result, there are fewer 1922 wheat pennies in circulation compared to other years, making them highly sought after by collectors. Now let's talk about the value of the 1922 wheat penny. It's important to note that the condition of your coin can greatly affect its worth. A mint state 1922 wheat penny could fetch upwards of $7,500 at auction, while a heavily worn example might sell for around $300. Of course, the closer your coin is to perfection, the higher the premium you'll pay. But even in poor condition, this coin still holds significant value due to its rarity and historical significance. If you're interested in adding a 1922 wheat penny to your collection, keep an eye out for counterfeits. Unfortunately, this coin has been reproduced many times over the years, so you need to be careful. Look for signs like wrong weight, incorrect metal composition, or poor detail work. And always buy from reputable dealers who provide authenticity certificates. A graded and slabbed 1922 wheat penny. Finally, if you want to have your 1922 wheat penny professionally graded and encapsulated, companies like Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Corporation offer their expertise. They'll carefully examine your coin, assign a grade based on its condition, and seal it in a protective holder called a slab. Having a third-party authentication adds credibility and can boost the value of your investment. Let's talk about the iconic United States of America wheat penny from 1926. This coin has a rich history, and we'll be taking a closer look at its design, as well as its current value in circulation. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's dive right in. Design history. First introduced in 1909, the wheat penny was designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner and features an image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, while the reverse side showcases 2 stalks of wheat. The coin was originally minted with a copper composition but was later changed to zinc-coated steel during World War II due to wartime demands for copper. The 1926 wheat penny was produced during a time when the United States was experiencing significant economic growth and cultural changes. It was the Roaring Twenties, an era marked by flappers, jazz music, and prohibition. The country was rapidly urbanizing, and new technologies like automobiles, telephones, and electricity were transforming daily life. Worth money in circulation. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin in circulation. As with any collectible item, the condition of your wheat penny plays a significant role in determining its worth. If you have a rare variant or an error coin, it could be worth even more than its face value. But generally speaking, most circulated 1926 wheat pennies are not extremely valuable. According to sources, in good condition, a 1926 wheat penny can fetch between 0.35 to 0.45. In fine condition, the price jumps up to around 0.70 to 0.85. However, if you happen to own an extremely fine example, it may bring in anywhere from 1.25 to 1.75. Of course, uncirculated examples in higher grades will command significantly higher prices. For instance, graded coins can sell for upwards of 30, while specimens may reach amounts over 100. Keep in mind that these values are subject to change depending on market conditions and the reputation of the grading service used. Look at one of the most interesting and valuable pennies in the world, the 1933 wheat penny. From its design to its history, rarity, and worth, we'll cover everything you need to know about this iconic coin. First things first, let's talk about the design of the 1933 wheat penny. As you can see, it features an image of Abraham Lincoln, who was the 16th President of the United States. He's surrounded by 2 ears of wheat, which is where the name wheat penny comes from. The designer of the coin, Victor David Brenner, wanted to pay tribute to Lincoln's humble beginnings as a farmer, and also symbolize the prosperity of American agriculture. Now, let's talk about the history behind the 1933 wheat penny. It was minted during the Great Depression, a time of great economic hardship in the United States. Many people struggled to find work, and those who did often worked long hours for very little pay. Despite the challenges of the time, the wheat penny remained a popular coin among Americans. In fact, it was one of the few coins that people could afford to collect during the Depression. When it comes to rarity, the 1933 wheat penny is considered quite scarce. Only 25 million of them were minted, compared to other years like 1932, which had over 800 million coins produced. That means there are fewer 1933 wheat pennies out there, making them much harder to find and more valuable. And that brings us to the big question, how much is a 1933 wheat penny worth? Well, it depends on several factors such as condition, grade, and provenance. On average, a circulated 1933 wheat penny can sell for around 30 to 50. However, high-grade, uncirculated coins can go for thousands of dollars. In fact, a perfect grade coin sold for an incredible $20,000 in 2020. 1933 wheat penny collection. Why are 1933 wheat pennies so valuable? There are several reasons. They're part of the beloved wheat series, which ran from 1909 to 1958 and features beautiful designs inspired by American agriculture. They also represent a moment in time during the Great Depression, when many Americans came together and supported each other through difficult times. Lastly, they're simply stunning coins that showcase the craftsmanship and artistry of the early 20th century. We're going to talk about one of the most valuable and sought-after pennies in the world, the 1943 wheat penny. You might be thinking, what's so special about a penny? Well, let me tell you, this coin has a fascinating story behind it, and it's worth a lot of money. So, let's dive right in. First things first, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1943 wheat penny. As you can see, it features an image of Abraham Lincoln, who was the 16th President of the United States. He's surrounded by 2 ears of wheat, which is where the name wheat penny comes from. But what makes this coin truly unique is the error on the obverse side. Can you spot it? Look closely, guys. Do you see it? The mistake. The 1943 wheat penny was mistakenly minted without the word "In God We Trust," which was added to the coin in 1908. This error made only 15,000 coins, and it's believed that only 10,000 of them survived until today. That's why this coin is super rare and highly valuable. The 1943 wheat penny being held by different collectors. So, how much is a 1943 wheat penny worth? Well, it depends on the condition, grade, and provenance. Average circulated coins can sell for around 30 to 50, but high-grade, uncirculated coins can go for tens of thousands of dollars. In 2017, a near-mint 1943 wheat penny sold for an astonishing $31,900. Crazy, right? But what's even crazier is the history behind this coin. During World War II, the US government decided to stop producing pennies because copper was needed for war efforts. However, the Denver Mint accidentally produced a small batch of pennies in 1943 before switching to zinc-coated steel. These coins were supposed to be destroyed, but somehow, a few of them escaped the melting pot. And that's how the 1943 wheat penny was born. Talk about luck. Collectors sharing their experience finding a 1943 wheat penny. Finding a 1943 wheat penny is like finding a needle in a haystack. But for collectors, it's a thrill of a lifetime. Imagine walking into a flea market or antique store and discovering one of these babies hidden away in a dusty box. It's like winning the lottery. Now at last we explore the fascinating world of numismatics and the stories behind some of the most unique coins in existence. Today, we have an extraordinary treat for you, the 1968 United States 1-cent penny. You might be thinking, what's so special about a penny? Well, my friends, this particular penny is not just any ordinary penny. Its design, history, and rarity make it a highly sought-after treasure among collectors. Let's dive in and take a closer look. In 1968, the United States Mint released a new design for the Lincoln cent, which featured a more detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln, based on a famous bust sculpture created by artist Gutzon Borglum. This was the first major redesign since the coin's introduction in 1909. But what makes these coins truly remarkable is that they were struck using a unique compositional alloy of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Look closely at the obverse head side, and you'll notice something very distinct, a small, raised P mint mark located beneath Lincoln's chest. This indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia, whereas those without the P were produced in Denver or San Francisco. Additionally, the composition of the metal gives the coin a slightly different color than other pennies from previous years, making it stand out even further. Now, let's talk about its rarity and value. Believe it or not, these 1968 pennies are quite scarce compared to other dates and mint marks. According to reports, only about 32 million of them were produced in total, which means finding one in circulation can be a real challenge. And as a result, their value has skyrocketed over time. Depending on condition and grading, some 1968 pennies can fetch between 5 to 15 apiece, while high-grade examples certified by professional organizations like Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Interviews with collectors sharing their experiences with 1968 pennies. Collector 1, I've been looking for one of these pennies for years. I remember when I finally found one in change, I couldn't believe it. It felt like winning a mini lottery ticket. Collector 2, the funny thing is, when I first started collecting coins, I didn't realize how rare these 1968 pennies were. Now, I keep all the ones I find in a special album. They're like little treasures. And that's why the 1968 1-cent penny stands apart from the rest. Not only does it boast a unique design and metallic composition, but also a rich history and immense rarity. Whether you're an avid coin collector or simply someone curious about American history, keeping your eyes peeled for these elusive pennies could lead to a thrilling adventure. Who knows, maybe you'll stumble upon one in your next pocket full of change. Thank you for watching, everyone. Remember, every single coin has a story to tell. Happy hunting, and don't forget to share your discoveries and questions in the comments below. Tune in next week for another exciting episode of. See you then.